Father. Good evening, everyone. Yeah, good evening, Dr. Harshal, Nikhat, Dipali, Payal, Sumit, Kanishka, Dr. Charu. So, your NEET exam date is announced 9th of February. Congratulations. I'm good, Dr. Harshal. How are you? I'm good. As long as tea is there with me, I'm good. I was out today to meet my students who are doing PG at Rohtak, PGIMS Rohtak Dental College, and it was great to see three students in endo department, two in perio, one in OS, and whatnot. And then suddenly, like I was sitting with Dr. Anand Mishra, ranked 72 this year, doing OS now. He was little relaxed today, just word posting or something, and suddenly the message started pushing up in your groups. NEET exam notification. So, what is the first thought? How good or bad the scenario is? Obviously, it's not very welcoming news. I need not ask this question at all, right? Yeah, everyone is sad, I believe. Sad, bad, 1 month less. Dr. Pragya Mohan, exactly. Suppose it was on 1st of March, then it is exactly 20 days earlier. If we take into account 9th Feb is the deadline, that is exactly 3 months from today, right? Yeah, that's what is the small session. We just don't have time. You have a quiz at 10:40 also. We will fire NBE with mails, Twitter, and all that. That's what everybody does every year. See, welcome to Dr. Jerry. Welcome to the Indian world of dentistry. Dentistry is never on the priority list of our government, so it is always unfair. Decisions are pushed onto the BDS and MDS fraternity, right? So let us start with a simple thought. All of you have been to school, all of you have been to colleges. In school, you used to get homework, colleges, you used to make journals, right? Every subject you have made journals, okay? If suppose your journal submission deadline is on today is Friday, on Monday, that is 12th, 13th of today is Thursday. Suppose you have to submit on Saturday, that is 11th of November. When will you start making your journal? Suppose you haven't started it, okay? And the deadline, deadline is Monday, 13th of November. You have to submit your oral path journal on Monday, and yeah, I'll tell you all this, Dr. Jerry, what to do, but just answer this question. I'm sorry for this scribbling thing. I'll try to erase it. when will you start making your journal if you have to submit on 13th of November? Now. Very good. Right? Now, if suppose your deadline is 30th of November, keep a hand onto your heart and answer this question. When will you start making in this second case scenario? Second, you just write down case 2. Dr. Jyoti, finish off by 12th. Okay, Sunday. Second case scenario, when will you start writing your journal if you have to submit? And Dr. Jyoti, you are too studious a student or too sincere. Please be very truthful to yourself. When will you actually start writing the journal? Either I am talking to a bad crowd today. Case 2, right? Third case, if the deadline is 1st of Jan, when will you start writing? Yeah, Dr. Kashish, now you are talking sense. Yeah, Dr. Rudra, I love you, 29th. Okay, 27, 28, anything after 20th of November. Right, anything after 20th. Case 3. What is the situation in case 3? Dr. Jyoti, all these are like, you can say, looks good in movies, looks good in preaches from your parents and elders. Procrastination खून में है sir, that's what. Okay, case 3, not before say 20th of December you will start. Now your question, if the deadline is 9th of Feb, you will start it in Feb. Means the timeline was always similar. Timelines. So if we say 20 days earlier, your exam is 20 days earlier. Suppose first case scenario, NEET does not get postponed. Okay. Yeah, all are correct. Right? Suppose first case scenario, 10 दिन की कौन सी दिवाली है डॉक्टर हर्षल? दिवाली इज ऑन संडे एंड इट्स ओवर. एंड आपको कौन से पटाखे जलाने हैं? राइट. So 20 days earlier, if your NEET is 20 days earlier, first case scenario is on 9th Feb. Suppose average per hour you are supposed to study say 7 to 8 hours per day. I am not taking 10, I am not taking 5 also, I am taking in a middle value. So it means around 150 hours approx you will get less as supposed to if NEET was on 1st of March. Right, 150 hours. And if I go by the same date, today is 9th November, which is done. 10th November to 9th of Feb. You have 30 days till 10th December, 30 days, 31 days till this, and another 30. Say 91 days you have. 90 days are there between you and your NEET exam. And 150 hours you are getting less approximately. Divide 150 by 90. 1.6 hours per day if you manage to study more as compared to what you are supposed to procrastinate and do over a period of next 20 days. You are going to match up with your schedule. 1.5 घंटा एक्स्ट्रा पढ़ना है, 1.5 घंटा पर डे. Suppose you are supposed to study, I'm not saying you are studying 10 hours, 12 hours per day. You should study, and I really pray with cross fingers you study that level. But taking every factor into account, my calculation says, see, you know I love mathematics, but this is something which is very, very achievable target. Taking into the first case scenario, NEET does not get postponed. Okay. So now does it look very much, this seems easy, but it's not. Yes, Dr. Alpha Gamer, games are also not very easy as they look, but you have to make them easy. Okay. You have to extract time from your own schedule. Start with half an hour extra in this week, then increase it to 1 hour extra in this month, and then commit to 1.5 hours per day. Taking into Dr. Har, whatever is your full name, intern sleep schedule is not there. In internship, you're not supposed to sleep. Okay, if you are doing internship and you are preparing, you're not supposed to sleep. You have to take time from the college schedule. I know what I'm asking you is next to impossible, but that's what makes you different when it comes to getting a government rank in the upcoming scenario, right? But I think it's should look little achievable. I'm not saying it's a mission impossible, which only you, for yourself, for your own future, can make it possible. Trust you me on this. I'll share a picture with you which was taken a selfie by Dr. Bhavika, 10th rank. I was there with the legends of last year 2023 rankers doing MDS in oral different departments in PGI Rohtak. It looks very nice. It looks like I almost had tears like talking to them. They are happy, they are contented, they got what they wanted in life. They are in good place. See, 1 or 2 problems are there with every college, but yes, they seem very, very happy. So if you want to achieve that state immediately after 90 days, you have to push this 1.5 hour daily schedule, which is also like not very demanding. ओके ये तो हम तब लेके चल रहे हैं जब आप सच में 8 घंटे डेली फॉर नेक्स्ट 20 डेज पढ़ने वाले थे. लाइक आई टोल्ड यू, इफ सपोज एग्जाम वॉज अनाउंस्ड ऑन 1st of March, who knows, you might not have studied for next 7 or 10 days at all. Okay, so average time of 3 months is not less, and we will make sure we are not letting you feel it is less with a proper schedule and everything. Okay, Dr. Nidhi, no need to have anxiety. Finish off your, all those who are having backlogs, the schedule is over for you, but you have a backlog. Finish off by November anyhow. Watch the recordings of the live classes and finish it off. Yes, Dr. Sakshi, I'll share for everything. What I'm going to do is I'll share one schedule of tests which will help you start doing revision starting your 19th of November. This weekend I told you 12th I will upload oral surgery test. 19th November onwards, like prosto and so on, I'll give it to you today on a piece of paper, click photograph. Tomorrow we'll just structure it out on an image and give it to you. Okay, definitely we'll give you a schedule. I'll give you a schedule, but what is most important right now is to start winding up things that is required. That is, still we are considering first case scenario, exam is on 9th of Feb. Yeah, that's what I'm coming on. Start winding up. It means, suppose subject ortho, you feel your one lecture is left, watch it, complete it. If suppose prosto, RPD you have not done, complete it. Whatever its and bits are left from the subjects, please wind it up as early as possible. Wind it up. Try to do it by November. Worst case scenario by 15th or 20th of December. At least 1.5 months before your exam. Second case scenario is, will it get postponed? Some students were messaging preponed. No, it cannot be preponed. It cannot be preponed, that is for sure, right? It cannot be preponed, that is for sure. Postponement depends on only one parameter, that is the eligibility criteria. Eligibility criteria of NEET MDS 2024. I'll give you the reasons why in 2023 it got postponed, why in 2022 it got postponed. 21 was because of COVID. Okay, so no point. 2020 and 21 were problematic years. Okay, what happened in these 2 years was the exam was supposed to happen in December, but the NBE announced in the month of January. When they announced the exam in the month of January, which was like this notification which came, the same similar notification came around September, October, that exam is going to be 3 months before the exam. They will conduct exam in January. They gave the internship completion date as 31st March in that particular year. I hope you all are comprehending with the information which I am trying to tell you. When they announced the exam in January, the internship completion date given by NBE was 31st March as the eligibility criteria to appear in the NEET exam. But what happened because of that is states like MP, dental colleges in Madhya Pradesh, in Kerala, in Bihar, Chhattisgarh, okay, and last year also Uttar Pradesh colleges were affected because of disruption in their internship cycle since the COVID years. These students became ineligible in this exam because their internship was completing after 31st of March in that particular exam year, right? So what these students did was, even I suggested them, I remember talking to most of you, joint groups, guiding them what to do. You first identify the eligibility in relation to today's scenario. See, I am telling you the only reason which will get this paper postponed. So listen it very carefully, all those students who are affected. Okay, identify the eligibility. I think in a day or two they will release the prospectus. I haven't checked, maybe they have released. Okay, identify the eligibility criteria. If they have given the date 31st March, then definitely you can approach your management of the college, your principal, your vice chancellor or chancellor. Yeah, that's what Dr. Jerry I want to tell. Everything is late, right? If at all NEET this year gives you that eligibility of 2024 exam is 31st March 24, you simply ask your college principal, you ask your vice chancellor, you ask your management to send a letter to Dental Council of India and send a letter to NBE that because of your eligibility criteria our students are not becoming eligible, right? So that is the only reason NBE will take into consideration and they will shuffle the date accordingly. Second possibility is, even you can file, you can start sending mails on daily basis. Everyone should send a mail, right? All those who want postponement. Yes, there is a divide on that too. But there is a possibility, if the brochure comes, prospectus comes, exam bulletin comes and the date is 31st May, then I don't think NEET will be postponed. If it is already May, then I think most of the students of this, like these state students, will be completing your internship and you will be eligible, and in that case scenario NEET will not be postponed. Okay, NEET will. Dr. Harshal, you should note the reason why NEET body NBE accepted that request, not only from you but from DCI, from dental colleges. Dr. Kabir, if most, it's not about most, if like even one or two colleges in a state are getting affected, and likewise they have one or two colleges in different states, because every state has got two kinds of colleges, one under state university, one under deemed university. Okay, so it is, Dr. Kashish, it's not according to me, it's according to this eligibility criteria of the NEET exam. If in the bulletin the date comes this only for internship completion, then NEET will not get postponed. Okay, even if you remember, for last 2-3 interactions we were having, I had been giving you a little hint that NEET might be in second half of Feb. Even if you watch a video which we released on the day of AIMS exam as well. Okay. Can they increase criteria means I didn't understand. Increase criteria means what? Yes, Dr. Raftar Taker. As of now, let us and you both be mentally prepared for this date till its change. At least we have to wait for 1 month. I really appreciate a conversation put forth by one of our students in one of the groups of live batches, that the student was expecting a lot of delay last year in the same situation, and the notification for postponement came very late, and that student initially thought that it is not going to get postponed, and you stop studying and you start wasting your time, like it is going to be postponed. Same, I started with this thought procrastination. Okay, one set of students imagine that this is definitely going to be postponed, so they don't study for next 20 days and you are at par with the timelines. Another set of students will believe now the time is less, it's not possible for me, so let me surrender it, I'll prepare for 2025. Okay, either ways it's not going to be in your favor. So you have 90 days in hand, and let us be very practical for next 1 month. Forget about this postponement. Dr. 24C3R, where they have mentioned 30th June 24, where? If it is written, then the date is sure shot final. If it is written, let me check only na. It's there, I don't know. No, this is the older one. New bulletin is yet to be out. Like this information bulletin I am talking about, it has to be there, right? Home. Let me see some notifications. This is the notification which came today, right? Yeah, it's not out, so ignore it. Okay, so let's charge us up Remember, even if the exam was supposed to be in March, the situation would have not been very different in your case. Only thing is, increase your study hours by 1 to 1.5 hours and it won't make any difference. It won't make any difference. Okay? So stop wasting time on these discussions. Stop wasting time on such videos. I am not going to discuss this topic again ever. Whether it's postponed, on the day it is postponed, everybody will come to know like we got to know today. Yes, Dr. Jerry, it's written in bold tentative because that was the Supreme Court guidelines 2 years back to NBE, when they had to change the exam date 2 days prior to it for NEET PG. The exam got postponed 2 days prior to it. Imagine the situation of medical doctors, and it was a COVID time. So now the Supreme Court guideline says you have to release a schedule first, send it to the concerned authorities, like in dental it will be DCI. Then DCI will discuss with the majority of the, or almost, it will send to all the colleges, all the universities, and they will ask if there is any objection, especially in relation to the eligibility criteria. There is no other reason. Like the principal of you or your college or any vice chancellor of any university will not say please postpone it because my students aren't prepared, or they are afraid, or they are scared. Okay? Or they just want postponement because they want to enjoy Diwali, they want to enjoy New Year and so on. There has to be some valid grounds, and this is how the situation goes by. Today they have written tentative. If there is no objection, they will send it to all the colleges, universities and all, with a timeline that you have to reply within say 7 days or 10 days, whatever, or 15 days. And by suppose within 10-15 days we get a final authority letter from NBE that the date is finalized and your application form will start pouring in. You have to start filling it. Before that, yeah, they have to send it for approval. And please keep your documents ready for your form filling. Keep your Aadhaar card ready. Keep your final BDS completion certificate ready. Provisional or final registration number ready. Registration number with the Dental Council of India or your state council, whatever it is. Okay, please keep these things ready. Passport size photograph on a white background preferably. Okay, and you need your thumbprint and signature. Keep these things ready, keep these things handy, so that you're not struggling when the exam forms are out. Right? Chalo, goodbye, good night, take care. Let us all gear up. Let me also make a plan for you all for 9th of February. Yes, we will be changing schedule. We will be doing little preponement of that. And tomorrow night, I'm going to meet you all again for something else. It is important. Please do attend a session tomorrow, 10:15. I'll share the link like we have done today. But that is only for the internal students, and that is something very, very important. Okay, schedule I'll give you tonight for the TND and test. Yes, it will demand little bit of extra effort from your side, but hardly matters. As such, when I made a TND schedule, it was 19th November to 28th of Jan. Now I'll try to squeeze in 1 week before, so you have 20 days gap between the last TND and your self preparation days. Okay, Dr. Jyoti, everything will be started like preponed now. Okay, short we thought we'll give you after 15th of December, but now we will give you right from 1st of December only. Okay, PYQs also. Right? Chalo, bye, good night, take 10 minutes break, and Dr. Jasmine will start with the quiz. I think topic is pharmacodynamics. Thank you, good night. No more discussion, no more stress, no more panic. It was supposed to be announced. It is hardly any making much of difference. It's just that you won't be able to enjoy 20 days of your life in between. That is all. 1.5 घंटे पढ़ना है to cover up the entire situation. And if it gets postponed, imagine you are very well, imagine last situation possible. You are preparing for 9th of Feb, and in the month of December end or January, you get to know that it is postponed by March. Then you will cry, I was prepared and all. No. I'll tell you 3 situations who happened in last 3 years because of COVID. Exam got postponed at the last minute. That is the very problematic thing. Exam gets postponed with giving you 2 months of leverage. It adds bonus to your working days. Exam doesn't get postponed, keeps you on toes for next 90 days, and you will get out of it. Otherwise, you will get bored. All those two, I still remember exam was scheduled in February and it got postponed to May. Those students who were actually prepared by February lost the track and they spoiled the rank. This actually happened. Last batch, 23-22 batch. It was really sad to see not so good ranks of very good students who were like supposed to get in single or double digit and their rank got pushed up. Because once like you are already prepared, then all this is nonsense for you. You are wasting your time studying them again. Okay. So yes, we will celebrate on 9th of Feb and on the day of your result as well. Thank you. Good night. Take care.